Hello everybody, welcome back. We are just about ready to buy our last of the ships from this update. This will be the Telemachus. Telemachus? Ah, I'll never get it right. But I wanted to go over what it took to do it, to get both the Telemachus and the Delerium. Hello Jenner, welcome. And some of the difficulties along the way. Hi, Director. Hello. Hello, Mano. How you doing today? Alright, so we are currently in the Delerium. You saw this at the end of last stream. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. I love it. It's a very good ship. I think I've settled on the fact that they want us to be using these barreled pulse lasers. As much as I want to use the better, capital pulse lasers, it just doesn't have the capacitor capability. So if I don't have this afterburner, we only have about 4 minutes of capacitor, so it's a bit rough. You can also see I am pretty much completely maxing out my power grid on this thing. It hurts. Even the Revelation Bodyguard has 50,000 more power grid. Yeah, I wanted to see what you could do with this ship, Jenner. I think this ship would do extraordinarily well with pulse level 45. Anyway, so that's kind of the coverage on the Delirium and some of my thoughts. Capacitor is kind of harsh. Power grid is what kills it. It's whatever. Hello, Midnight. Welcome. Yeah, the ads are not me, that is Twitch. I have ads turned off. Hello, Topsoy, welcome. Yeah, you're doing all the missions yourself? Oof. That's gonna take a while. Hello, Voltic. How you doing today? Anyway, so, let's go over the boxes. This is the biggest question that I've had all day today, is how do you get hold of the keys? In order to get the keys, you have to buy the mission document random. This will give you a mission that you can either do yourself, or you can run it, through the mission sharing system. Each of these will give a different volume of key boxes, and those key boxes can be sold on the market. So you can get it for IS if you're willing to pay for it off of the market. Yeah, so green missions will give you 1 key, yellow missions will give you 2 keys, and red missions will give you 3 keys. If you are the owner. If you are just somebody that is picking up the mission from the mission sharing, you're only gonna get paid what the mission owner is paying you. You will not get the key or mostly anything else. So, let's go over the mission boxes, if I can find one. Actually, I can go here. So if I go to mission sharing, and I go to my shares and reward log, I can pull up any of these. You can see this gave 1 key in 1 box. We got 3 boxes from that mission, so that was a extreme mission. But on the market, there are about 4.5 billion ISK. Ah, yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a problem. 4.5 billion ISK to get yourself 1 key. You need 65 of these keys in order to get one of the capitals of your choice. So in total, that is 292.5 billion ISK, in order to get one of the new capitals right now from just the keys. Yeah, 292 billion. Yeah, so I think that covers that. Let's go over how many of these I actually bought. I got, in total, 101 missions. You saw me run 1 medium mission. The hard mission. And then I shared 100 with the community. In total, that costed me, like 5 billion ISK or more. Yeah, it's like 5 billion ISK. To pay people to run the missions. Now, as for AUR, that is 12,000 AUR, but some of them I got from buying them, others I got from running the event, the Co-Star group deal. So I did get 5 of these from this. And we just got a bunch of them from a bunch of different places. So, that covers the cost. It's a lot. It is a lot. But that covers 2 capital ships. So I did get a little bit lucky. So yeah, I did get a little bit lucky. Instead of having to do 130 boxes, I only had to do 100. Good, I like the Delerium. It's very cool. I wish it would stay high sec, but I have a feeling it will be shunted to null sec. We have no confirmation though yet. Yeah, so that covers, I think, the full cost of everything there. Now we're gonna get into the most expensive part of this, which is using those keys. And you can see I have 66 keys. We actually only need 65. So I'm gonna split it to 65 here. And we'll sell the 1 box. Alright, so that's my 65 keys. And I will be selling this. And then, let us go to the store data exchange we bought the Delerium already. So now we pick up the Telemachus. And there we go. We now own a Telemachus. Alright, so that's the Delirium we just looked at. Where is the Telemachus? There it is. You'll note here that it's rated at 180 billion in Hangar, whereas the Delerium is only rated at 120 billion. Yeah. The Delerium is pretty equivalent to the Red Bodyguard, whereas the Telemachus is going to be its whole other problem. Alright, so Telemachus, 120 seconds activation time on the whole Energizer, 50% web resistance, 25% capacitive warfare resistance, 5 warp stability. Yeah, I don't know, TK. We're trying to find that out from the Discord. I don't know if I'll keep them. I like them both, but if they lose high-sec access, I have no reason to keep them in null-sec. Alright, so 5 warp stability, bonuses to shield extender and armor plate, 50%. Can fit mothership defense module, can fit capital Cyno field generator. So, Telemachus is one of the only capital ships that can activate a Cyno. If you are looking to jump one of these, you're gonna have to watch out for the Cyno. Yeah, we're 50-50 on whether or not. Yeah, one of the only. All the assault carriers can, but there's only like 5 of these things. Yeah, I didn't say it was the only, it's one of the only. Most other capital ships cannot. Right, and then can fit capital armor link module. There are, I think there's 4 ships now that can actually fit that. You've got the Lucent Moon, the Bodyguards, Rev and Moros, and then I think one other ship, the Telemachus, can. Alright, so lightweight ship bonuses. 12% ship bonus lightweight ship bonus damage per level, 12.5% EHP, and 20% lightweight ship armor rep. And let me tell you, the armor rep on these lightweight ships is insane. Holy mackerel. I can't wait to show you that. I have no skills on my character right now for remote rep or remote armor rep, but it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm betting that it won't be allowed in high sec forever, but it is a Sisters of Eve carrier, so maybe there's a chance they let it stay. Just because it's a Sisters of Eve. Sisters of Eve. Advanced Carrier Command. I will sell them if I ever have to. Because I have other goals that I'm working toward, and I need a lot of ISK. Yeah, this will be a good one for you to test, Jitter. Nestor pilots are evolving, yes. They also have a new Nestor. Advanced Carry Command has 4% armor resistance per level, 20-kilometer lightweight ship command range, and 20% group armor repair effective range. Very good. This is a very good ship. 6 mid slots, 8 low slots. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely see that. Alright, now, the biggest thing that I don't know about right now is, does this need a hangar? What hangar should we go for? Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so good. Let me, Alright, we gotta throw this on Ultra. Look at the water effect. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I hope this thing stays. I hope this thing stays in high sec. It is so gorgeous. Shoot, this will be the competitor to the Lucent Moon. I've been saying that all day. Well, the Lucent pilots already are assault carriers. If you've ever seen my Lucent Moon. It does not have Sun Chaser, so that is one of the downsides. Alright, so let's get into the fittings. It's just so pretty. Gosh darn. That's a lot of slots. That is a lot of slots. And it does get a hanger that you can put on it. Ooh. It's technically not an assault carrier, but it gets all the bonuses of the assault carriers with its hanger. Oh man, this is... Whoa, we're starting off heavy. 2.2 million? Just right off the bat, huh? Okay. I see you. I see you. Do I have any armor modules here? No. I'm a shield pilot. What am I thinking? Okay, so I need 3, 1, and 4. Let's at least get these prototype general things on here. Now, I wonder if this thing can use the, you know what I'm talking about. It's getting nerfed before at least I said. I doubt it. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful ship. Armor hardeners. There we are. People are proud of their stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I really don't want to, like, encourage that. Oh well. I'm all good. I got it. Thank you, though. That's a shield. You know you're a shield pilot when you accidentally throw shield stuff on when you're trying to throw armor modules. Nice thing about this ship is all of the armor modules, except for the repairers, and the reactive, is passive. So already sitting at a very comfortable 3.6 million EHP. That is nice. And actually pretty good resistance across the board. Jinner, are you there? I need to borrow an armor, the armor module thing. The armor link, the capital armor link. Yeah, this is with no rigs at all. Alright, while we're here, I'm gonna throw on the lightweight Asteros. Not bad for just like an initial impression. Let me see if I can throw on the carrier defense module. I need an armor command module. Because this thing should be able to fit like a command module, right? No. Okay. So you cannot have an armor command burst. Interesting. Because it cannot fit command bursts. Alright, so in Hangar, actually, you know what? I need to see if it will fit. I think you know what I'm talking about. This one. What do we think? Do we think it'll fit the Logi support module? Or do you think we have to go with the network sensor? Ah! No Logi support. Darn it. That would have been really nice to have the Logi support. Okay, so network sensor is the only one that it will run, but I don't think I want to run a network sensor on here. Yeah, it's still really good. I mean, we're talking extraordinarily cap stable. What is that warp prep time? What? 26 seconds without... 26 seconds of warp prep time without a micro warp drive? Like, I have some skills in carrier command, but not like crazy. Okay, we need to look at this thing a little closer. It seems more interesting than we give it credit for. Right, so here is the lightweight Asteros. They are in a launch tube capacity of 3, which I can actually get another Astero group. Yeah. Yeah, if you throw like a micro warp drive on this thing, I think you're fine. Yes. The Sisters of Eve ship can... Oh yeah, no, absolutely, it's gonna be SSG and DB. And remember, this is without the Hangar mod, which actually changes the layout of the ships. 1,930 meters a second flight velocity on these Asteros. 11,000... Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. 11,368 on overall defense. It has medium armor repairers. Okay, so it has medium remote armor repairers and medium armor repairers. It looks to be that it can self-rep. $1,800 armor rep every 4 seconds. That's not great, but also not bad. Especially since I have no skills in remote armor rep. I can show you here. Maintenance, remote armor. I've got nothing for remote armor. Yeah, no, this thing will solo DR3. I can guarantee you this thing solos DR3. Do I even have, like... Yeah, I've got decent carrier defense. I've got very, very minimal armor. Honestly, one of these plus... Yep, no nanocore. That is another downside. Alright, let's see here. Fittings. What else do we have here? Not bad on the Allegiance Assaults, to be honest. Still gets the web. Still gets okay explosion velocity. What do I get if I swap to remote armor? What else do I have here? I'm gonna throw my level 8 on here. Actually, I can probably take the level 10 from my aerospace. What does this thing do again? I wonder if this is worthwhile. Okay, carrier defense, and general fire. Hello, Enigma. How you doing today? Okay, I don't see any changes here yet. Let's, undock.
Undocking.
No, I have not seen any of the new anomalies. Okay, interesting. I don't see a target self. Yeah, I don't see, like, a target self. Unless... Yeah, I don't see it. Anybody else? Have any ideas? Maybe? I doubt it, though. Hmm. That's kind of like a bummer
Docking
if
request
these
accepted.
Asteros can't heal itself. Because it should be able to heal itself, right? Faxes can do that. Hey, we need to buy some stuff. These are all just so much more expensive than I can do. What are you saying you're sorry for? You're all good. You're all good. So this will give me an extra frigate. But I would much rather have an extra destroyer. So I would rather go with the assault carrier hangar, so I lose a mid slot, but I gain the thing that I need. Which I would actually really need that destroyer bay. Oh well. We're gonna go with one of these. Yeah, I'd rather have the destroyer bay. Because I like the combination of healing and damaging. So I'd like to have my destroyers plus my frigates. God, that's crazy that these things are so expensive. I'm trying to think of, like, what the best option is. And I really do think it's Hangar Modification 4. Unless you want to focus more on healing, then you would want Assault Carrier Hangar 3, or 1. But if you want to go like full DPS, you would want to go with Assault Carrier 4 or this one, which I have no idea what this goes on. That is a tough choice. I think I'm just gonna go with the Hangar Modification 1. But I don't have enough Asteros. I had enough to fill the 2 bays. I don't have enough to fill a 3rd bay. And they are pretty expensive, if I recall. Yeah, I would need 1 more of these. Yeah, no, not happening. Yeah, I am out of what I can feasibly use for this week. Alright. I would love to have my hands on this one, though. This one would be so much better for me. Okay, so now we have... Oh wow, look at that. 2 destroyer bays. And 3 frigate bays. It's actually crazy that it can't keep up with it. Since I only need 1, I might as well. Okay, so let's think about engineering rigs. What do we want on this thing? Pretty sure I want, like, a capital targeting. Maybe I want semiconductor and capacitor control? Or 2 capacitor control. Tank and speed? That's definitely a thought. That's definitely a thought. You're thinking, like... Inertia modifier, right? So you're thinking this one. That would be good to get the inertia modifier down and have a faster warp speed. Okay, so we'll do one of these. And then, actually, what is the capacity of this thing's cargo hold? I did not check. 4,000, that's not bad. $4,000 is not bad. But it's not worth going into, like, a cargo hold thing. Okay, so now we have a 21-second warp prep time. Our targeting should be really good, too. Now the question is, what do we do with this third one? I can go CCC and have a lot better capacitor recharge. 100,000 gigajoules of capacity. I think I should go CCC for the faster recharge time. Because we're gonna be using the remote armor reps and stuff like that. Capital corner hold. Yeah, it's only 4,000 though, Jitter. If I was doing all three like that, it would be fine, but... Not the greatest option. On this right now. It means that when I'm jumping, I can be a lot better. The only other option I would go with would maybe be one of the, like a warp core optimizer. Not that one, the capital one. That would put me at 9 strength. Or 8 with the, this one. Is it worth it? I think CCC is just better. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot better. Man, I'm almost sad that I don't get to use the tactical support module. Dang, 830. Jitter, did you end up finding one of those, armor link modules at all? I know we have a bunch of blueprints, but I don't know if we still have one laying around. Okay, combat rigs. Yeah, I need to fuel it up, definitely. I need to spend some time looking at this defense. I definitely think an explosive is needed. Do we want to go, like, explosive, armor amount, and then, like, remote rep amount? Or activation time or something like that? Yeah, I definitely need a little bit better skills, for sure. Yeah, the S-arrows currently cannot heal me. They don't give the option to rep myself like you would on a Logi ship. Yeah, I don't see anything. Unless I'm just missing it.
Undocking.
Yeah, I've got retrieve all, I've got return, I've got replace, I've got reload, and all orbit. That's gotta be a bug, I think. Because I feel like it should be right here.
Docking request accepted.
It makes it a little tough to figure out what I need to do here. I mean, I could absolutely drop one of these for, like, a capital armor rep. For now. Of course they're all gone. Yeah, I really don't like the idea of having to run an armor rep on here. Yes, the ship looks awesome, but it's got some problems. We're slowly figuring some problems out. Okay, so... no command burst. Not here. It's out in nullsec right now. Hmm. I don't even know that it's, gonna be worth trying to get these. Yeah, those are the large. I can't afford the capitals. I can definitely fit the capitals if I had them. But I cannot afford them. I'm gonna get the armor amount, and I'm still gonna get the explosive. But then we really need to think about... almost 1,000,000 armor hit points already. Man, this thing is looking so good if it can just remote rep itself. With the, Asteros. Unless I'm just missing something. And I'm not understanding how they're supposed to work. You think help chat will help? This is something that they haven't even seen yet. But we can try. I'm gonna try though. I'll take your suggestion. We'll give it a go. Part of me wonders if because it's a assault carrier, that it was never meant to rep itself. But that seems a little bit dumb. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess I could try it too. No. They're frigates, so I don't have a frigate slot. And I don't think Lucent Moon has a frigate slot either. Okay, but you can put frigates in a destroyer slot. Okay. Interesting. I mean, honestly, the health and everything looks incredible. That seems like really good. It feels pretty good compared to most other things that I fly, usually. And as I can get more skills in armor rep, then this thing will be so much better. Honestly, part of me wonders if it would be better to use this thing like an actual Force Auxiliary. Drop the, these things. Drop all 4 of those, run like 2 armor repairs and 2 batteries, or 1 armor repair and 3 batteries, something like that. Okay, try to remember the range on this. 12 and 3. Okay, it doesn't matter. $11 isn't terrible. Yeah, unfortunately, that did not work. I was hoping I could use the Force Auxiliary remote armor enhancer, but unfortunately not. So this thing sits in a class of its own. It is actually a capital rep. Let's see here. I think I need a cap battery. Damage control would be nice. Cap battery. So what I'm looking to try to pick up is one of these as soon as Jitter makes his way back. Not sure how long that's gonna be. I have 0 skills right now in remote rep. So you're gonna get each Astero is gonna do 1800 armor repair every 4 seconds to the target, and then it will also do 1200 every 4 seconds to itself, or to me. I don't know. I don't really know how that works. I assume that's to the Astero itself. But that is with 0 skills in remote rep. You're welcome. We are still trying to figure this one out here. Okay, so now I've got 25 minutes of capacitor by doing this. I also have 6.2 million EHP. I wonder if it's worth. I mean, that's not really that worth. I'd rather have another armor rep. Especially with it being such a low rep amount. Let's see here. That gives 6 minutes. That's actually really good. Skills make a crazy amount of difference. We're gonna find that out. I do have the remote armor rep implant. So...
Undocking.
I picked it up a long time ago. Okay, so if I turn this on... It does not seem to affect... Oh, because this is only increasing armor res. It's not actually doing anything for healing amount. Okay. Interesting. 75% damage transfer. Yeah, so you can't remote ref yourself? Yeah, I think so. Wait, let me, think about this here. Do we really want to risk? I mean, it's not like this ship will get lost anyway. Yeah, just see if he can do whatever. I don't know. I mean, I should just be able to lock on to my ally here. Auto target, auto attack off. Okay, so I cannot rep in high sec with these. Maybe because I'm not in a fleet. Yeah, we could go to DR. Yes, I do. I do things very quickly.
Docking request accepted.
Actually, I have an idea. This is gonna be really stupid.
Undocking.
Yeah, right now they're considered attacking, so... I think there's some bugs they need to fix. Yeah, this thing seems like a monster. Right, let me do this real quick. I wonder if I can
Autopilot
outrep my
engaged.
damage. Yeah, Lucent Moon is so freaking big. I swear they intentionally made it that big to hopefully be a Titan one day. Oh, wait.
Docking request accepted.
Like, that thing is way too big. Okay, let me look for some fuel in here. If I have any left in here. Nope. This is the new Telemachus. It is the Sisters of Eve versatile assault carrier, which is also a force auxiliary. Corellian Corvette. Should be some cheap fuel on the market. It is very expensive. Ridiculously expensive. I saw one trying to sell today for 300 billion. I got way too much stuff in my hangar. How much fuel does this thing carry? Okay, still the standard 5 million. That's fine. Yeah, right now it's got a few bugs that I think will be worked out. It could very well be just a really good offensive ship. Kind of like how we built the Lucent Moon. But I really think its bread and butter is going to be this mixture between offense and defense.
Autopilot engaged.
Is there any reason for me to activate this? Lightweight ship damage. Resistance. Yeah, there's definitely a reason for me to use it. Inertia modifier as well. By the way, this thing warps quick.
Warp drive active.
This thing locks you down, right? 100? Yeah. You should go mining. Oh, yeah. Look at the circle spin. That's cool. You don't see that in the hangar.
Destination reached.
I will say, this thing is a quick warper. It moves. Without
Warp drive
a
active.
afterburner or micro warp drive, we're warping in 21.53 seconds. It can jump Let me find it here. I believe it's 4 light years, but it does not have Sun Chaser. Yeah, it's 4 light years.
We're being warp scrambled.
Alright, let's see if these Asteros can keep this alive. Oh no. It's as base skills, yeah, that's not too bad. Interesting. Yes, they can. If I return this one, you'll see that they can actually rip the enemies. You can see that there. Of course, these lightweight ships are ridiculously powerful anyway, because I have skills for them. But you can see you can actually get some interesting reps. Oh, New Nestor is absolutely worth it. It is 60 billion on the market right now, but it is worth it. They're trying so hard. New Dread is pretty cool. It's very comparable to a Red Bodyguard. Yeah, no, I think if you're taking this thing into PvP, you're gonna run, like, full healing. New Bodyguard, I think, or the new Dread is somewhere in that 200 billion range, but also 300 billion. This is kind of fun to just sit here and keep one rat alive. Yeah, I think this ship will do well in two different aspects. It will either go full DPS, in which case it will be sort of like a tank monster. We're talking about almost 1,000,000 armor hit points here. Or you can go like full logic. Yes, you can fit Asteros to all slots. You can also change the hangar if you wanted to. So if I go to my fittings, right now I am using the hangar that gives one extra frigate bay, and I lose a mid slot. But I think like the most optimal choice would be the hangar 2. Which is the extra... let me find it here. This one. This will give you an extra destroyer bay. And then you can have 3 destroyers and 2 Asteros, or you can fit 3 destroyers and 2, like, missile frigates, which would be really nice. Or you can just run all Asteros in all those slots. I think it's a very, very interesting ship. If you wanted to go for, like, the full DPS bit, let me find it here. If you wanted to go like the full DPS bit, I would probably recommend going for Hangar 4. If you can afford it. Hangar 3 is alright. You get 2 destroyer bays, you lose one of your frigates, so you still have an extra frigate bay. So this one does really well. But if you can afford it, that would probably be, like, one of the better options. If you need to be, like, really cheap and go for DPS, you could always go with Destroyer, or Assault Carrier Hangar Modification 2 here. And get your 2 Destroyer bays, but you're gonna lose your 2 Frigate bays.
Autopilot engaged.
Enemy ships detected.
Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go
Warp
see if I
drive
can
active.
get a bunch of DPS fighters. Or frigates. Yeah. No, it's crazy. It is definitely crazy. I don't think it'll be useless, but I think it has its niche moments. I think it'll be extremely useful in PvP if you're running it as a Logi. With the flexibility to switch to DPS if you need to. But I think it'll definitely do better as a sort of Logi vac. Remember, what I'm showing off here is completely unskilled in, remote shield. Or remote armor, sorry. I have 0
Warp drive active.
remote armor skills. So the healing goes way, 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 way higher. I also don't have any armor skills. So you're looking at, like, the lowest skilled version of this ship right now.
Docking request accepted.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I think if you're gonna buy it for the cores, that's a good idea. It's gonna be the juiciest target, you know that for sure. So there's no condors on the market. There is slashers though. Which one of these is the best choice for a fighter? I see the explosion radius is all kind of meh. I have missile skills, but I can't buy the missile ones. Because they're out. Do I have... Let me look here. Do I have any other small weapon systems? No. I just have small missiles. I'm thinking the Executioner looks pretty good. 142 is not bad, and I can use it against Sancha. Running out of income here. Thermal, not bad. Though I would much rather have the lightweight executioners. Yeah, I do have those already. I need the frigates, though. I have the Asteros, which are for healing. That's not bad. What is that? 135 versus 120? Okay. God, there's none of these left on the market for the cheaper ones. Alright, let's see. Do I have anything else I can sell? Yeah, I've got the Iron Guards. I've also got 4 more of these. Am I really gonna make somebody's day that much better? Just because I want my lightweight ships? I need 4 more of these. Just out of sheer curiosity, we're gonna see what the, fit can do. Like I said, you would do a lot better with a bunch of destroyers.
Autopilot engaged. Undocking.
Wait a minute. Need to swap implant real quick.
Docking request accepted.
Alright,
Undocking.
let's have a look. Now, I have no DPS rigs on here. It's all defense.
Autopilot engaged.
Like I said, this thing gets to warp really quickly compared to what I'm used to. It's mostly just the align time
Warp
that
drive
holds it.
active.
Like, this is what I think we could do with, like, an alternate version of the Lucid Moon. Have full DPS rigs in the rigs. I'm gonna be spending, like,
Destination
billions
reached.
of ISK trying to make this do stuff that it shouldn't be. This is probably the only carrier where running standard missions makes a lot of sense. Especially
Warp drive
without
active.
a micro warp drive. It is fast enough.
We're being warp scrambled.
Alright, so we are currently at 13,000 DPS, no DPS rigs. Really cheap hangar. Interesting. And then we can turn on the module here, and we shoot to 15,000. Not bad. As like a mix between a Logi ship and a combat ship, I'd be pretty happy with this level of performance. I mean, you're looking at 7 million EHP. That's not bad for most of my ships. This is much higher than most of my ships. About 1.5 million EHP more than my Lucid Moon.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I do think I would have a lot more fun flying this ship rather than trying to fly the Lucid Moon, in my opinion. I think the Lucid Moon does a really, really, really good job of being just an absolute powerhouse. But having to choose whether you do Logi or whether you do offense, which has been mitigated a little bit by these new Asteros, but having to choose one or the other, kind of harms it. Whereas this thing gets both situations. Yeah, I think this thing, if you can heal yourself eventually, this will become an absolute monster if it can use its Asteros to heal itself. But right now they can't. I am enjoying this fit, though. Nice.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Right now, the amount of shield hit points we have here is about 200,000 more than most other battleship, or not battleships, dreads. Dreads that are armor tank usually only have like 300,000 hit points on their shield. Some have a little more, some have a little less. But having that extra 300,000, 200,000 buffer is kind of nice. Hey, we do have one more thing to test with this ship. I want to see how it does with the armor link module. The capital one. I'm pretty sure that if I set this thing up with Hangar 3, that would be this one here. We would have 1 frigate and 4 destroyer bays, which would mean that we could theoretically output more damage than the Lucid Moon could in the same fit. So if you just transfer the Lucid Moon fit over to this thing, you would probably have more DPS and a lot more flexibility.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
The lock time is pretty good. I think it's pretty standard for a carrier. Which generally is quick, but significantly quicker than, like, a Dreadnought. I don't even feel like I need the, that one network sensor. Yes, the key boxes are only obtainable from the paid missions. Other than if you wanted to pay like 4 billion ISK for each box. Okay, so what we're gonna do here... I just wanted to see how it would be splitting fire to multiple targets, and it's okay. I wouldn't call it, like, really great. It's a little hard to manage 5 fighter fleets. So, that's pretty normal. So I've got 2 things that I think I'm gonna try to do here.
Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active.
I want to... I want to get, like, 3 DPS mods and just see what this thing actually outputs.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, the ship looks so good.
Destination docking request accepted.
Alright, so I need to... Combat rigs. Drone rigs. Capital... No, we need fighter rig. Fighter rigs? Lightweight ship rigs. There we go. And then on the other... Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be a Logicore. Because that would be really cool. Okay, so... What we have is the Trimark. So we have a Trimark, we have a Repair Augmenter, and we have a Explosive. Okay. Out of sheer curiosity,
Undocking.
yeah, probably Explosive and 2 DPS would be really nice. Oh, 21? Not bad. Not bad at all. For, like, full DPS on a ship like this. Remember, we've got 3 fighter bays. We could have 4 destroyer bays and a fighter bay. Which would be incredible to have.
Docking request accepted.
If you're trying to use this thing right now, I still think I would go for the damage control, armor reps, and cap battery. explosive. Armor amount. Okay, and let us see what this does to our defenses. Yep, hi. How you doing, Hogan? How you doing?
Undocking.
Yeah, 4 destroyers and 1 frigate would be so ideal. Okay, so here's what we're at. 84, 80, 80, and 83, which is really nicely rounded, to be honest. You probably could go with an integrated explosive with like armor amount, armor repair, and something else. Armor capacitor need.
Warp drive active.
That's so pretty. Oh yeah, we gotta look at the IP. It'll be expensive. Okay, so while we have the chance, I am going to activate this, and this. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. This thing is expensive. 70,000 minimum compensation. Let me pull that back up here real quick. Estimated market value is 269 billion. 70,000 compensation. So what this is doing is it's giving some armor transfer, armor damage transfer. It's giving remote rep effect, which I don't know if this will count. No, it doesn't. It only affects me personally, and I can't rep myself, because it's not there. If we can rep ourselves in the future, because it's probably a bug, then we will get how much more healing? 69% more healing from our Asteros if they fix the repping ourselves. You think it affects the group repairs? Yeah? 424? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, 424. 424, so no. 24 seconds of activation time, though. Instead of, what, 30? No, it's still 24. I don't know. Yeah, just having a lot of health. That's about all this thing does. Now, I do wish I had a capital armor a capital damage control to show off, but I do not have one to show off, unfortunately. But that's what would go there, is a capital damage control. Because we have plenty of power grid. I mean, we're talking about 904,000 power grid. This is 30% more than the brand new Dread that came out, which only has 700,000. Which means you can fit the capital damage control, and you can fit 3 capital group armor repairers. If you want to. If you want to.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay. Yeah, I think this thing deserves as many capital
Warp drive
modules
active.
as it can have. And that's just gonna make things way better.
Docking request accepted.
Yes, the Hustler is working. We are actually doing another test here pretty soon. Because I want to swap out the standard damage control with the capital one. And I need to get my hands on the capital group armor repairers. What if I don't send plus? Make sure I didn't miss it there. Alright, so we've got to test at least one more thing. Nice. Dang, that is so good.
Undocking.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump back to that.
Warp drive active.
Let's jump back to that, planet. So we have this. We have this. Those modules are passive, so we are at 89, 86, 86, and 88. We can activate this. 90, 88, 88, and 89. And then while we do all of that, we can activate a damage control. Not bad. For just like a basic fit, no buff. I still have general units and things that could be thrown on and make this thing significantly better too. I mean, if I'm at 20 million right now, we should be at like 60 something or more. Alright, I want to test that real quick.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
So let's see what we can get out of the damage control stuff. I don't even know where I have that stuff. Is that it? Damage control. Damage control. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Undocking.
Activation time for damage control is pretty long, but I have just shortened it. Uh, 21 seconds right now. We're gonna have to wait about 80 seconds.
Warp drive active.
Well, it did the thing. There we go. We're back. Ship bonuses do not only apply to the whole Energizer. We do have armor plate stuff. But that's it. Okay, currently at 8.8 million, which is already really good. We are now at 10.6. And then, see here, damage control. Yeah, 45. Not bad. And that's just from using the level 8 general units. For 21 seconds, we can have 45 million EHP. Which is probably the right way to do that.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, if you get, like, integrated and...
Docking request accepted.
You could see some really high tank on this thing. This is a very cheap fit compared to what could happen. Oh, I need to test with the all-round damage control, because that's the real winner here. Hold on a minute, TK. I'll get your module back to you in just one more minute. I forgot that the small damage controls spike way higher, but it's only for 9 seconds.
Warp drive active.
I don't like holding on to people's stuff for too long, you know? Alright, so back to that. We've already seen this number. It was 6.8. We've got this one, which is 8.2. And then we have this one. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was hoping for. Now, of course, we only have that for 9.1 seconds. Oh, I missed something? I did? What did I miss? Oh, shoot, I'm not using the yellow. Okay, let's go up to 100. Can I dock somewhere closer? Dang it. I did forget.
Warp drive active.
Dang, I like how quick this ship is to warp. This is so nice.
Docking request accepted. Undocking.
Oh my. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with that thing. That'll be awesome. Ooh.
Warp drive active.
Okay, let's activate the yellow. Activate that, and activate that. We know we are at 9.4 million. And now we can activate this thing. Yeah, there you go. $108.8 million. For 9 seconds. I'm glad the, fitting page doesn't get all jacked up now.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, you are limited to 2 Telemachus and 2, Deleriums. Right. Let me make sure I get this module
Warp
back
drive
to
active.
2KEV. And get my armor module to jitter.
Destination docking request accepted.
It dropped my DPS a little bit, but not that much. But it did provide quite a big boost. Okay, hold on a minute. How do I get this back to you? To KEV. I can't type that. Okay, there we go. I forgot that was a thing down there. Capital damage control, where are you? There you go. That is back to you. Yeah, I just saw that. Thank you so much. And the armor module, which I'm not exactly sure where on the list it actually is. There it is. There you go. Okay, both of those are properly back in their home. Thank you all so much for joining me. Let me know what you would use this ship for. Because I really think it would do well in the Logi aspect. But it has that flexibility to do DPS or help with DPS as well. So, it is a nice ship to fly. Thank you all so much for joining me, and we will have more streams tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing off the top of my head. I think I want to fit the Nightmare and the Nestor, but I have no skills for them either. So thank you all, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, and be safe.